Hold it right there, because in about 3 minutes, I'm gonna answer the question, who the heck is Boba Fett? Oh, you mean that bounty hunter guy that got like 15 minutes of screen time in the first trilogy? Yes, I do, but I bet you're gonna learn a thing or two in this video. First off, did you know that Boba Fett is a clone? That's right, a clone. Alright, but I bet some of you didn't know that he was in the Clone Wars TV show. Only a short time after Mace Windu decapitated Boba's father, Jango Fett, the young Boba Fett jumped in Slave One and left Geonosis with one thing on his mind: revenge! To enact this revenge, he teamed up with bounty hunters Aurra Sing, Bossk, and Castus, and they all got together to plot the assassination of Mace Windu. Just a reminder, Boba is like 10 years old during all of this. Weird. The plot for this assassination was simple enough. Boba posed as a young cadet on the same ship that Mace Windu was on. During a tour of the ship, Boba bounced and planted a bomb in Windu's room. Now, that bomb didn't kill the Jedi Master, but it did raise some eyebrows for sure. Later on, Boba and his team took some prisoners, plus they almost killed Mace Windu and even Anakin Skywalker. During a transmission to the Jedi Temple, Aurra Sing instructed Boba Fett to personally execute one of their captives. But Boba refused. I mean, he only wanted old Windu dead. Sing, however, had other plans. Once Boba was captured by the Jedi who were sent to rescue the prisoners, they tried to convince him to reveal where the other hostages were being kept. Master Plo Koon was able to get through to the young Boba by explaining to him that his father, Jango Fett, would have wanted him to do the honorable thing. After being taken into Republic custody, Boba actually apologized for the destruction he caused. But he also vowed to Mace that he would never forget that he killed his father. Revenge! We then caught up with Boba Fett later on in the Clone Wars series, where we would see that the Republic decided to put a child in a maximum security prison. What? Wait, did I read that right? Put a 10-year-old child in prison. Alright. In these episodes, we did get to see an interesting back and forth between Boba Fett and bounty hunter extraordinaire Cad Bane. Apparently, Cad owes Boba money. I don't know what's more far-fetched, bounty hunters owing each other money or preteens being put in super jail. Well, I'm not even gonna go there. Once out of said super jail, Boba decided to make his own crime syndicate, Crate's Claw. Believe it or not, Boba was not a bounty hunting sensation right off the bat. His early years were haunted by Count Dooku's former apprentice, Asajj Ventress. She embarrassed him during a train heist, locking him in a chest. I hate when that happens. Once Boba was able to put that behind him and try and help Asajj again in the events of the Dark Disciple book, Boba and his crew ended up being completely schooled by Ventress's old teacher, Count Dooku. Should have stayed away, Boba. Should have just left. After years of gaining notoriety and skill in bounty hunting, Boba was finally allowed to play with the big boys. Like the really, really big boys. Jabba the Big Boy Hutt. Boba stuck close to Jabba during a lot of the major events that happened on Tatooine. Heck, Boba even investigated the events of A New Hope. He looked for 2 lost droids, he found some dead Jawas, and even stumbled upon the Lars homestead, deducing that there was a survivor who must have escaped the Empire's attacks. After some time, Boba would go on to work with Vader himself. This would lead him to track down Luke Skywalker and get into an ugly fight with him. Flash grenades, vibro blades, blaster wounds. Even though Boba couldn't capture Luke, the Dark Lord would eventually work with Fett again. That's right, during the events of a little-known movie, what was that? The Empire Strikes Back. That's the one where Han is captured by Boba Fett. Okay, I remember. I don't think I need to recap that whole situation because, well, we know how it ended. But did you know that Boba's trip to deliver the frozen Han wasn't as easy as it should have been? During the journey back, Boba discovered that Han's carbonite was a little unstable. Same. After he stopped off at a planet to get Han checked out, someone just had to go and steal that handsome frozen smuggler. In an effort to deliver Jabba's bounty safely, Boba would be led into a wild series of events detailed in the comic series War of the Bounty Hunters. Boba had to join a fighting league, get blown up, and then immediately have to battle the bounty hunter Zuckuss, come to the realization that Jabba probably betrayed him, as well as realize that someone else indeed has possession of Han Solo. A hooded woman who announced the return of a crime syndicate, Crimson Dawn. I won't spoil too much of that story because it does seem like a good read, doesn't it?
Page turners.
The main point is that he got Solo back. Everybody can clap, it's fine. It's fine, he just had to fish him out of the sea. I'm spoiling things all over again. What isn't a spoiler is right now we currently don't know how Boba got out of that Sarlacc pit. So I guess that's something we just have to wait and see in the new series. Hopefully. In the comments below, give me your craziest theory on how he got out of that thing. Also, be sure to check out Culture Slate on every social media platform. And if you want to see more of me, check out my show, Chatter Squadron.
Squadron.
And finally, send this video to a friend that you think might find it useful. I fight crime.